Do you ever wake up feeling like your body has turned into stone overnight? You lie there in the quiet of the morning, and before you even pull back the covers, you can feel that familiar ache in your hips, that stiffness in your knees, and a lower back that feels like it has been frozen in place. It is a heavy, discouraging way to start your day, is it not? You might find yourself wondering if this is just what life looks like after 60, or if you are somehow failing at the simple act of resting. But here is the truth that might surprise you. It is not just your age that is making you feel this way. In fact, for many of us, the very place we go to find comfort, our bed, is actually the hidden culprit that is paralyzing our joints while we sleep. It is a frustrating irony, is it not? We go to bed to recharge and heal, yet we wake up feeling like we have just finished a marathon in a suit of lead. Many people believe this morning stiffness is an inevitable part of the aging process, like gray hair or needing reading glasses. They assume their joints are simply wearing out, but the reality is that there is often a specific reason why your mobility seems to vanish the moment you lie down. There are hidden factors in your sleeping environment and your nighttime habits that are creating a cycle of inflammation and physical restriction. The good news is that it is not too late to make a change. Growing older does not mean giving up, it means using smarter strategies. In this video, we are going to uncover the 4 main reasons your bed might be working against you, and more importantly, I am going to show you exactly how to fix it so you can reclaim your mornings and your independence. Before we jump in, if you care about staying healthy and mobile, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on notifications. We share the kind of senior health insights that help you stay in the driver's seat of your own life. And let me ask you, where are you joining us from today? Are you watching from the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, or perhaps somewhere else? Drop a comment below and let me know. I am always curious to see how far our community of proactive seniors reaches. It is truly an honor to walk this path toward better health with all of you. Now let us talk about the first reason your bed might be paralyzing your joints, and it starts with the very foundation of your sleep, the mattress sinkhole. Think about your mattress for a moment. Is it a supportive surface that holds your body in perfect alignment, or has it developed a bit of a valley in the middle over the years? When we are over 60, the density of our bones and the elasticity of our connective tissues have changed. We need a specific type of support that many older mattresses simply cannot provide. When you lie in a bed that sags even just a little, your heavy areas, like your hips and shoulders, sink deeper than the rest of your body. This creates a subtle but constant stretch on your ligaments and a compression of your joint spaces that lasts for 8 hours straight. Imagine trying to hold a heavy book with your arms slightly bent for 8 hours. Even if it is not heavy at first, by the end of that time, your elbow would be screaming in pain and likely stuck in that position. That is exactly what is happening to your lower back and your hips when your mattress sags. This lack of support leads to what we call microtrauma. These are tiny stresses on the joints that trigger the body's inflammatory response while you sleep. By the time the sun comes up, your body has sent a wave of repair cells to those stressed areas. But because you have been stuck in a bad position, those cells create a kind of internal glue that makes you feel stiff and paralyzed. I remember a gentleman named Arthur who was a regular at my workshops. He was 72 and convinced he needed a hip replacement because he could barely move every morning. He described his bed as an old friend, a mattress he had owned for 15 years. Once he finally decided to invest in a firmer, more supportive surface and added a simple plywood board underneath for extra stability, his morning hip pain vanished within 2 weeks. It was not his hip that was the problem, it was the sinkhole he was sleeping in. You do not necessarily need the most expensive bed on the market, but you do need to ensure your spine remains in a neutral, straight line. If you notice a dip in your mattress, it is time for a change. Your independence is carried by your joints, and they deserve a foundation that does not let them down. Moving on to the second reason, and this one is often overlooked, the temperature trap and its effect on your synovial fluid. Think of the synovial fluid in your joints like the oil in a car engine. When the engine is warm, the oil is thin and lubricates everything perfectly, allowing the parts to move with zero friction. But when the engine gets cold, that oil becomes thick, sluggish, and heavy. Your joints work the same way. As we age, the production of this natural lubricant can slow down, and it becomes even more sensitive to temperature. If your bedroom is too cold, or if you have a habit of leaving your legs uncovered at night, your joints literally start to seize up. The science behind this is quite simple but very impactful. When your body temperature drops slightly during sleep, your blood vessels constrict to keep your core warm. This means less warm blood is reaching your knees, ankles, and hands. Without that warmth, your synovial fluid thickens into a gel-like consistency. This is why you feel that grinding sensation or that heavy stiffness when you first try to swing your legs out of bed. It is like trying to start a car in the middle of a blizzard without warming it up first. But it is not just about being cold. Some of us fall into the trap of being too hot because of heavy, non-breathable blankets. When you overheat, your body triggers an inflammatory response to try and cool down, which can also lead to joint swelling. The key is to find that perfect middle ground. You might consider using a heated mattress pad set to a very low, gentle setting, or simply wearing soft, loose-fitting socks and pajamas that keep your joints insulated without making you sweat. Imagine waking up and feeling like your joints have already been oiled and are ready to move. That is the power of managing your sleep temperature. It is a small tweak that can make a massive difference in how your knees feel the moment your feet hit the floor. If you are finding these insights helpful so far, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who might be struggling with these same issues. And if you have not yet, do subscribe because we have 2 more critical reasons to cover that might be the most important ones of all. I hope you are taking notes because your health is worth this extra attention. The third reason your bed is paralyzing you is something I call the pillow paradox. Most of us think pillows are just for our heads, but for those of us over 60, pillows are actually essential tools for body alignment. However, using them incorrectly can do more harm than good. Many seniors use pillows that are too high, which pushes the neck forward and strains the upper spine. Or they do not use enough pillows in the right places, leaving their joints to hang in space without support. Let us look at the side sleeping position, which is very common. When you lie on your side without a pillow between your knees, your top leg falls forward and down. This pulls on your hip joint and twists your lower back all night long. This constant torque on the pelvis is a primary cause of that deep, dull ache in the hips and the stiffness in the low back. It is like spending 8 hours in a mild wrestling match with yourself. On the flip side, if you sleep on your back with your legs perfectly straight, it puts a tremendous amount of strain on your psoas muscle, which connects your spine to your legs. This tension pulls on your lower vertebrae and leaves you feeling like you have a rod of iron in your back when you wake up. The fix here is simple and incredibly effective. If you sleep on your side, place a firm pillow between your knees and ankles. This keeps your hips level and your spine neutral. If you sleep on your back, place a pillow or a rolled up towel under your knees to allow your lower back to relax into the mattress. This takes the pressure off your joints and allows the blood to flow freely. Think of these pillows as soft scaffolding that holds your body in a state of grace while you rest. You might find that you need to experiment with different thicknesses, but once you find your sweet spot, you will wonder how you ever slept without them. It is not about luxury, it is about alignment. Now, we come to the fourth and perhaps the most sneaky reason of all, the stagnation syndrome. This refers to the lack of movement and the compression of your tissues over a long period. When we are younger, we tend to toss and turn a lot more, which naturally shifts the pressure on our joints. But as we get older, our sleep often becomes more static. We find one position that feels okay and we stay there for hours. While it feels good in the moment, staying perfectly still for 8 hours is actually one of the worst things you can do for your joints. Your cartilage, the cushion between your bones, does not have its own blood supply. It relies on a process called inhibition, which is a fancy way of saying it acts like a sponge. When you move, the sponge is squeezed and then released, which sucks in fresh nutrients and flushes out waste. If you stay perfectly still, the sponge stays squeezed. The waste products of metabolism sit in your joints, and the fresh nutrients cannot get in. This leads to a buildup of acidity and inflammation, which is why you feel that paralyzing stiffness. You are literally starving your joints of the movement they need to stay healthy. To combat this, we have to rethink our nighttime routine. It is not just about what you do in bed, but what you do right before you get in and right after you wake up. A few minutes of gentle, rhythmic movement before sleep can help prime the joints. Think of simple ankle circles or gentle knee-to-chest stretches while lying on top of the covers. And when you wake up, do not just jump out of bed. Take 2 minutes to wiggle your toes, flex your feet, and gently move your joints while you are still lying down. This mimics that sponge-like action and gets the fluid moving before you put your full weight on your legs. It is about waking up your body from the inside out. I want to take a moment to acknowledge how hard this can be. I know that when you are in pain, the last thing you want to do is move more or think about your mattress or your pillows. It can feel overwhelming and even a little scary to think that your own body is becoming a source of discomfort. But please listen to me when I say that you are not alone and it is not too late. You are not a victim of your age. You are a person with decades of wisdom and the ability to make small, powerful changes. Every small step you take, whether it is adjusting your room temperature or placing a pillow between your knees, is an act of self-care that strengthens your future freedom. Let us quickly recap what we have covered today so you have a clear plan of action. First, check your mattress. If it is sagging, it is time for better support to protect your spine and hips. Second, manage your temperature. Keep your joints warm to ensure your natural lubricant stays thin and effective. Third, use pillows strategically between your knees or under them to keep your joints in alignment. And fourth, fight stagnation by incorporating gentle movement into your morning and evening routines to keep your cartilage nourished. Remember, your body is always trying to heal and stay strong. All we have to do is give it the right environment to do so. Growing older is inevitable, but growing weaker is not. You have the power to change the narrative of your mornings. Imagine walking to the kitchen to make your first cup of coffee without a single wince of pain. Imagine standing up from your chair with ease and feeling a sense of lightness in your limbs. That reality is possible, and it starts with the choices you make tonight when you go to sleep. I would love to hear from you now. Which of these 4 reasons surprised you the most? Have you noticed that your bed might be contributing to your morning stiffness? Or perhaps you have already found a trick that works for you? Please share your story or your questions in the comments below. I read every single one, and our entire community benefits when we share our experiences. It makes us all stronger when we realize we are not alone in these challenges. If this video has opened your eyes even a little bit, please hit the like button. It helps others find this information, and it lets me know that this content is truly helping you. And if you want to stay on this journey toward better health and independence, make sure you are subscribed. We have so much more to share with you, from the best foods for bone density to the simplest exercises for balance. Before we go, if you are determined to make a change and reclaim your mobility, I want you to type a 1 in the comments. It is a simple way to affirm to yourself and to this community that you are taking charge of your health. If you are still feeling unsure, you can type a 0, and that is okay too. We are here to support you wherever you are on your journey. Stay strong, stay healthy, and remember that your independence is carried by your legs. Keep taking those small steps for your health, because they truly do add up to giant strides in your freedom. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, where we will continue to explore how you can thrive in your golden years. Sleep well tonight, and I will see you in the morning.